Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the follow-up video for the qqLK video where he exposes Seven for doing stuff with a minor that is not inappropriate. So first and foremost, I just want to say I'm qqHorizon, if anybody doesn't know. I have been friends with Seven. I'm not one of the guys who've been good friends with Seven or near friends. We were friends and I was in the friend group he was in, and that's pretty much it. But I'm good friends with people like Geeky, I'm good friends with Celtics, I'm good friends with Tay, and I have been in his community for a long time. I've been in the community about everything for a long time. And I have a say in this because I'm really mad, I'm really frustrated, and I have a lot of things I want to tell you, I want to say, and some things that Geeky didn't cover in his video, which I really want to cover, because I think that's important. Okay, first and foremost, let's talk about what the aftermath of Geeky's here's video. First and foremost, Lil Baka answered his video with some questionable answers, really. You can go on the video. For now, it's still up the comments, everything, and I've even answered them. I can show you here. Let me clear this up. I have a habit of forgiving people. The person who leaked the DMs backstabbed me many times. He hates him. They hate each other. I hate him. But he was still my best friend for like a year. Seven was trying to make sure I didn't do dumb shit, like talking to the guy again. My intentions with the DMs was apologizing to my ex-bestie because I fucked up our friendship. So first and foremost, your intention is to talk trash about Seven. Really go into disgusting things like saying he is a pedophile and he pushes you, he does a lot of inappropriate stuff to you. That's not how you do it, and it seems really sketchy because she's still friends. The thing is, in Geek's video, he doesn't cover that they are actually still friends. There are timestamps in the corner that says so, but if you don't notice it, because some people clearly didn't, like this guy, if you don't notice it, well, it's there. There are timestamps that in October after September where he said, I'm gonna cut the friendship with Lil Baka. In October, he's still friends with her. He's still friends with her today. He sits on almost every one of her streams. I know she hasn't been streaming for a long time, but she did her comeback stream yesterday, and he was on her stream. She's on his stream constantly and stuff like that. So it's a little weird to say the least, I think. But this guy asks, so this is before what she commented there, but that doesn't have a lot to do with her comment. But he says, so as I understand it, he cleared up the whole situation, but to the blame on himself. He can see examples of him guilt-tripping her, which he also admitted to have done. Now, that's kind of good, but I don't get the finale. Did he stop assaulting her or not? And we cleared that up, and that's why she answered that. He did. The thing is, whether or not he's assaulting her, he's not. It depends on what you mean assault. Like, he's still having a very intimate relationship with her. He admitted after he said he wanted to get contact with her that he loves her. It's a little weird, but that's that. I tell basically what I've told now, and then she comes like, I don't know how to reply to this, blah blah blah. First of all, it's not illegal. It is not illegal. They haven't done anything illegal, which is right, but it's still disgusting. 10 years of difference. Doing stuff to a minor, very inappropriate stuff to a minor, is still not good. Maybe it's not illegal, but listen here, boys, this is YouTube, this is not a court. We're not talking about legal cases here, we're not talking about a person who's really disgusting, doing really disgusting behavior. And of course we don't know if you have had sex or not. I believe not. I've given you the benefit of the doubt because I don't think so. But like, let's say you have, because we don't know. How would we know? It's not like he would brag fucking a minor, at least, you know. Second of all, I know what I said. Yes, I was whining to my friend, gossiping and being a child. Okay, so the things you said don't hold ground because you were gossiping being a child. It seems like, I don't know if this is true, but it seems like Seven is monitoring what she's telling here, or he's talking with her about this. But I don't know. Yet, still, this is not a valid reason. Okay, I was gossiping and being a child. That is not a valid reason for saying that stuff, and that's not a valid reason for debunking that stuff either. You're not saying that you lied, you're not saying that anything. So you're even saying the DMs are real. This is all this is confirming the DMs are real. Even this message down here, which I'll go to later. Good. I admit that. I was acting overdramatic about him being annoying, but also I realized the timeline of those DMs. Yes, we did. The Discord ones were from a long time ago. The VR chat ones was generally apologizing to a friend for breakup our friendship when I was acting petty. And being depressed. Okay, don't take mental health into this, but it still doesn't excuse your actions. I'm sorry you have, issues with depression, stuff like that, but it still doesn't change anything. I added that I couldn't send him to. I added that I couldn't send it to him on Discord because I asked Seven to make sure I didn't talk to that little snake again. Okay, this is the thing. This guy, we don't know this guy, and it still doesn't change what you said to him. Just because you don't want to, you apologize for ending your friendship doesn't mean you have to say that disgusting shit about Seven to him. So it still doesn't have ground, and I think you're trying to, damage control or going back on what you said and try to say, oh, I didn't mean it, and stuff like that, just to make Seven not look that bad. Because you clearly have forgiven him, as you said. You tend to forgive people, and I think you have forgiven him. I also said that in the comment. Go to Geeky's video if you want to read the whole thread. I'm really fucking dyslexic about it. I'm not foreign. I'm from Denmark, so the thing is, of course, I acted stupid and learned that he acted stupid, and though he would learn after lying to me 2 times before, 3rd time's a charm, right? But no, also none of you know the full story, just saying. Okay, so we don't know the full story, and that's what I answered here. First of all, he's confirmed in love with a 16-year-old, but and I'll just say this free from mouth, but we don't know the whole story. Why do we... This story has been public for a long time, let's say that. We know that, everyone knows that he had done this disgusting behavior, but it got kind of swept under the rug because people didn't care at that point, and they cut contact with him. But he had contact with you afterwards, and none of you clears up that, oh yeah, Seven is not doing this, Seven is not this, Seven is not this. It seems more like damage control to me, saying that we don't know everything. Then tell us everything. I know that some things you want to keep private, but when this is a public matter, actually accusing Seven of pedophilic behavior, you need to go public with it, or else you're going to get in the spotlight like you're doing right now. That's why I think this is super sketchy. And her answer was like, okay, the whole thing was like super confusing to read. I'm sorry. I am not very good at articulating my thought and feelings on text in English. I'm trying to clear it up now. Yes, you're trying to clear it up now. It doesn't matter. And it's like, not working. To be honest, who cares? To be honest, who cares? The thing is, she also talked later about like, oh, you need to leave him alone. You need to stop this drama because he did nothing illegal. He's not a pedophile. He did this and that. Why are you trying to ruin his life? Once, we're not trying to ruin his life. We're trying to not end his career because I don't really care, but we're trying to expose something that should not be on the internet. A person that should not be on the internet, right? And that's the thing, that's what I think, that's my 2 cents into the little Baka thing. The way he is, the way Seven is, this is a new chapter about my friendship with Seven and all the disgusting shit that happened while I was in the friend group. Okay, first and foremost, I knew him through VR chat with my friends, or... okay, first and foremost, Celtics is one of my very good friends. I've been friends with him for 8 years plus, and he introduced me to Seven. Seven was one of his good friends, and we started talking and stuff like that. I joined them in VR chat when that was still popping, and this was off stream. The first thing he said to me, QQ, when I say KFC, what do you think? And I said, good ass chicken. He said, that's not the answer I'm looking for. And I know Celtics, I know how internet lingo works. So the first thing I thought of after that was, black people. And I was right, He said that's his way of determining if people could be in his friend group. And that was the, the entrance exam. That you need to answer with the N-word, black people, or something really racist, right? Because KFC, a lot of black people go to KFC, am I right? Like, shut the fuck up, okay? So that's basic racism. Saying the N-word constantly and stuff like that. I was in on it, I'm not gonna lie. We did join him and stuff like that. But it's nothing I've ever been super comfortable with. It's also different in Denmark because the N-word doesn't have that big of impact in Denmark. We're more casual with it. We don't really have the N-word in Denmark as in the same way. So I've never been like, triggered by it. But it's still wrong nonetheless. He always, in VR chat, when we were going around with him, he always dropped us for women, girls. The age didn't matter. He started flirting with them, off stream, on stream, everything like that. He started flirting with them, sitting, dropped talking to us because, this girl shows interest. And, he started flirting with them, being really personal, starting touching them, wanted to hug them. I know it's in VR chat because VR chat is a little different, but it's still weird. It's weird behavior. and really shows a lot about how the Lil Baka situation, all that other stuff, shows how he is as a person. Then there's his viewers, his subscribers and stuff like that. When we were in the community, his stream was basically dying. He was at 30 viewers like he is right now, 20 sometimes, and he had some very good viewers. They watched every stream. Called Pika, there was Sai, Uncanny. The names doesn't matter, so I'm not going to go into detail who they are. They were viewers and they were fans of Seven, really big fans of Seven, right? He would always praise them on stream, say, "Oh, I love you, you're the best," and stuff like that. He gave them all moderator. He gave them all the moderator role, just so they would stay on his stream, just so they would feel important. And how do I know this? He told us this private. He told me this private. I know this is a word for word. This is, you know, not something I can prove, because I don't record every conversation we have, because I'm not like that. But he trash talked them. He said, "Oh, they're no lifers. They have no life. They just watch my video. Of course, I'm gonna give them a little moderator. I'm gonna give them praise all the time, because then they will never leave, because they're so obsessed with me." He said stuff like this. Then there's Canny. Canny was in love with Seven. They had this little thing going between them. So Canny thought. But Seven was lying. He was flirting with her to make her stay on the stream, to make her love him, right? To donate, to do stuff. And when Canny actually confessed to him, he knew that Canny was in love with him for a long time, but Canny kind of confessed to him, and he said, "Oh, no, I can't be in a relationship right now, because things are so busy, and I would rather be single. I'm much happier single." The thing is, a little later, he started trying to date another girl. He started flirting with another girl, tried to date another girl. Then there was Lil Baka, all this stuff. Like, he was lying to Canny, and he basically told her that he loved her and he wanted to be with her. But he told us she was disgusting, she was creepy, and all that stuff, which I think is really wrong. Nonetheless, it's really wrong. He said that she was creepy and all this shit, but he wanted to keep her, so he said that he loves her, but he's not interested in a relationship. Later, he tried to engage in many relationships, and he's still trying to engage in one now, and, you know, it's a little weird, don't you think? Lying to your viewers, manipulating your viewers, that's what Seven does. He manipulates people to make them stay with him. Okay, let's talk about the whole Tay situation that happened. We were a friend group, me, Freelancer, Celtics, Enfuse, and Geeky. We were friends with Seven. Celtics, Tay, and Enfuse were all moderators and a part of the boys group. Tay used to donate $300 off stream to him personally, because he begged her too, because he needed to pay rent, he needed to pay for food, he needed to pay to live, right? Seven also had access to Tay's credit card's information, because she thought that would be easier for him to actually order food and stuff like that. So he would order food constantly, almost on a daily basis, from Tay's credit card, and Tay had no problem with it. We had no problem with it, because, you know, friends stick out for each other when tough times happens. And Seven was at a tough time when his stream was dying. Then there's Freelancer. Freelancer also bought a mic stand and a pop filter for Seven, because he was talking about how he wanted that so much, but he didn't have the money for it. And when it finally arrived, Seven never used it, and has never used it till this day. It's a little weird, don't you think? Later, Tay chose to start streaming, because she got a new PC, custom build and everything, and she wanted to start streaming. So Seven got a little jealous. She got a host from Asian Andy that gave her a big view boost, sub boost, and he started acting really jealous on stream. Started taking control over her stream and stuff like that. And he started acting petty towards Tay in a way that we've never seen him act before. Later, I was playing League of Legends with Seven on stream. He started unmodding Tay, Enfuse, Celtics, Freelancer. Those 4 people and some inactive viewers that were moderators for a long time, and some of his friends. But his reasoning for that was that his stream was dying, and they didn't need to be moderators, and they were not active enough, even though pretty much everyone watched his stream daily. The thing is, he got jealous because Tay started streaming, and a lot of people on his team loved Tay, and they started going over to her stream instead. which also made him really jealous, really angry, and never told that. But then on stream, he unmodded everyone. Everyone got a little mad because, well, he unmodded everyone on stream, never told them about it. So they asked him, hey, why did you do that? Why did you do this? And he started saying, oh, well, you're acting like assholes, you're acting like dicks. And then he blocked them all and banned him from his Discord. A little funny. A little weird reaction. I was still there on stream, being like, what the fuck is happening? Some of my best friends are getting banned and stuff like that. I was like, But I tried to be, you know, two-faced at that moment, just to see, well, what was his reasoning? Well, his reasoning was, Tay has been acting up, being a bitch lately, becoming an e-girl. And all this stuff, telling that Tay was a bitch and doing all this stuff. And it sounded believable, so I started believing in him. And that's what he does. He manipulates people. And that's his problem. Because right after my friends, the other friends, told me about what happened, nothing makes sense more of Seven said. Nothing Seven said makes sense. So I started poking holes into all these different contradictions, and none of that Seven did make sense. He later told Tay Mullins privately that he did all this because he was jealous. He did all this because his stream was dying and he felt envious over that Tay was taking the spotlight. That's a little weird. He also said that the reason he banned us was because, well, we were the reason his stream was dying. No, the reason your stream was dying, Seven, is because you're unfunny. You're not providing content. You're sitting still on stream, saying nothing when you play League of Legends, for example. You do nothing. You're not providing content. But you're blaming it on us because, oh, well, you were taking up so much of my time and it's your fault. Fuck off. Fam, fuck off. Really. He then called me, talking about it all. Because I told my friends what he said about Tay. Calling one of my good friends a bitch. And saying she's an e-whore and all that stuff. That didn't resonate with me, not gonna lie. He then called me. Telling me that if I did not tell him who revealed all this info, that I would get banned because he probably thought it was me. And I had to say, yeah, it's me. But he told me if I did not tell him, he would ban me. He would not talk to me if I lied to him. And I was like, fine, he's blackmailing me. Because he was like, I'll remove your moderator. And if you tell me it's all good, you'll stay moderator. Everything will be good. I told him I did that. And he said, oh, don't do that. The thing is, why would he publicly, you know, remove a moderator and ban her and then be like, and then tell me that she's a bitch and not stand up to it? Maybe because he doesn't want to lose viewers. A little weird, you know. But he started blackmailing me, and he starts blackmailing a lot of people. He recently went on my stream here the other day, hosting me. He was offline, but he hosted me, and saying like, I'm so sorry after everything I'm done, I'm so sorry, can we please be friends again, and stuff like that. And then he later told a friend, who I'm friends with, that it was all to just make me not do anything, make me not expose him, make me not do all these things. He was trying to play me. And that's a little weird. Yes, I have been on his streams multiple times trolling him, and I know that can be a debunker, but I just think it's funny, man. I just think everything is funny. But yeah, he later blocked every one of us, banned every one of us, and then told everyone on stream that we were shitty people, we were lying, and we did all this nasty stuff and lied about us. I wish I could provide you with actual evidence, but he deleted all the VODs, and I didn't think they were necessary at the time. So you have to believe me, because I want you to believe me. Okay, so this is pretty much the end of the video, and I want to announce that I'm making a diss track on Seven. And the reason I'm doing that is because, you know, Seven doesn't provide content to his viewers, so why not let me do it? I can use Seven and provide content. I'm so funny. No, the thing is, this situation is shitty. All that shit that happened is shitty, and I just want to make fun of it, because that's what I do. I make fun of fucking shitty people. So I'm making this track. It's probably not going to be good. It's not going to be this entertaining shit, but it's going to be funny. Because I know, Seven, the difference between me and you is that I'm funny. Without saying the N-word. Without making stupid jokes. Without making, like, copying other streamers, other YouTubers, other everything. I can be funny. Which you cannot. Because you're not smart. See you.
No, I'm scared.
What's wrong, Patrick?
Oh,
Oh,
the
God.
niggers at the mailbox. I'm so scared of the niggers.